Welcome to the Blue Green Ocean Road podcast.
Your host, David Stenberg.
Yes, I am your
How are you, my
host.
friend?
I'm good. Yeah, I can see you.
How's things?
So far, they're going all right because I can see you. Oh, you seem to be in the back of your car.
Where am I?
Where are you?
Damn, where the hell am I?
This week's podcast is brought to you by Sativa. Yeah, where is there? That's like, where are you, like in New Jersey? Where's that, Jersey? Where are you?
Yes,
Yeah?
yes.
You on the road?
I live for the days I can go to New Jersey.
Yes, I love the Garden State. All right, Mike. And we'll admit Mike. Things are going all right so far. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Mike.
This is nice.
Mike Kowat.
Hey,
Okay, there we are.
hey guys,
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Coar. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing okay. How you, George?
Not so bad.
What are you doing in your truck?
It's my wife's car.
What's it doing? Is it raining down there?
Yeah, it's just, well, it's actually clearing up. It was kind of raining. It's actually kind of clearing up. It's like 50 degrees.
Yeah,
How's
get
it up
that.
there?
Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Did you get that beautiful day yesterday? Beautiful spring
Yeah.
day. That was gorgeous. I hear them birdies.
Yeah. Birdies. Freezing. Anyway, what's going on? What have you been up to? What's
Coffee, you know, show your mug. What's your mug today, boys?
Well, as always, I have the old standby Star Trek.
There you go.
That's the original series. You know,
I got me
Me.
a waffle towel mug.
what
I'm all coffee.
Waffle House isn't that where isn't that where somebody like got shot in a movie? It's like that's where Bill Hicks was. What you reading for?
That's right.
What you reading for? Not what are you reading? What are you reading for?
Bird, yeah.
Well, maybe so I won't end up a waffle waitress.
I put my waffle towel in my waffle towel mug.
Uh,
Who still drinks Maxwell's House?
I don't know.
I do.
Maxwell,
I do. I drink whatever's on sale
this is Maxwell House.
because it's most of the coffee on the shelf you see is all basically the same coffee. Some are packaged in fancier packaging than others. So
You don't go for that fair trade, you know,
What's on sale, man? You know,
organic fair trade,
I-
grown in the shade.
I don't drink that faux communist friggin' coffee
I no commie coffee, man.
that guised in Marxist idealism, but
Yeah.
really is a capitalistic plot to trick you into buying my coffee and
My
stuff.
whole philosophy isn't a mug coffee. Oh.
Yeah, oh, it tastes so much better because only the warlords are capitalizing on the works of peasants. So,
I think you're right.
so
I'm
much
gonna
better.
I'm gonna go out and buy me some instant Maxwell towel decaf.
Sanka.
Thank you, baby. I
Ah.
think
Industrial strength Sanka with extra water. Oh hey, oh wait, sorry guys.
Oh, dude, what happened?
I don't know, man.
You get tackled?
Something about. I hope we ain't getting mugged in that parking lot, man. I can still hear him. Thank God.
The chickens are coming.
The chickens. I don't know where the chickens are. He didn't take the chickens with him. He took just regular flying birds. And
Where'd Mike go?
Mike never showed up. All right, Mike. It's me and you, man. Yeah, I wanted to hang out with you last week because I wanted to try, like levels and see what sounds like what, I just want to play around with this thing. This is like I can't experiment right now because just hope for the best, I guess. Judge, hell knows where he is, man. It's it's not a hotel. Is it a hotel? Oh my God, we don't want to see. We don't want to see a hotel room, man. Oh God.
That's a hotel.
Judge, you know we can see everything,
Is that a
right?
fancy hotel?
It's not fancy. Well, it's kind of fancy-ish. What is he, Joy, brushing her teeth now?
Oh, shit.
Oh, God, man. Does your wife know she's on a podcast, man? I ain't editing this, Well, I might have to. Well, oh, my God. I think we just saw a murder.
Wow, he looked like he was in a fancy hotel in New Hampshire.
Yeah. It's nice to... Hey, whoa. We're seeing the wife. We saw the wife. We have live footage of the wife.
That's great. Where is he?
That looked,
God. Elegant.
yeah. Is that one of those?
He's not drinking no natural towel over there, man. Who's he kidding?
Who's he kidding? I don't know.
He's having crepes.
Who's he kidding?
He's having crepes.
This is not. What's that? Was that from? Is that great grandma? Is that the one that was married to the guy who accumulated all the wealth by seriously screwing lots of people of his day, selling arms to both sides?
Nobody knows about now.
Nobody cares. The guy's dead. And the rich
Hey,
people.
Mike, take note.
Red carpet.
Jesus, where are you?
You're supposed to know. Maybe this is like 5 feet from your house. This is probably.
On my own.
It's not like that around you, huh? Not my house.
Huh? Newport. He's in Newport.
This is in Newport. Where the seagulls at, man? How come it doesn't sound oceany?
I don't see any mountains, though.
Yeah, I don't see any Wi-Fi either.
We're getting a tour somewhere.
I know. Well, this is New England, ladies and gentlemen. For those who are still here, which is nobody.
It looks cold. It looks kind of northern because it doesn't look very.
It doesn't look New Englandly. It looks. Nah, it looks like New Jersey or someplace like that, man. The white picket fences and all that shit.
I think it's northern New England.
Oh, northern. Not around here. This ain't Rhode Island.
No.
This ain't Rhode Islandish. It was still Yankee crap, though. Oh, yeah. That's old. That was built way back. When that thing was done, they didn't have gas lighting yet. Oh yeah, that's sheep. That's pornography of the day. Field of sheep. Yeah, baby. Oh, we can have fun now. Bah.
They ain't serving you no mackerel towels over there, let me tell you.
Yeah, I get too jittery. And then I go viral.
They're serving you the good stuff.
I do all kinds of virus stuff.
No.
Yeah. Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Again? Not my sleeve.
All right, man. That's quite a place. That's three bills a night, for sure, you know.
So anyway, I got more cartridges. I like these cartridges. I got that.
What's in there?
This one's hybrid. Oh no, this is my Elizabeth. This is the Elizabeth. Anyway, I did this one's hybrid. I have one that's sativa. I put it back because like I'm like useless for like a couple of hours. I mean, useless. I just stare at my feet. Look at sativa, right? So I don't. So I got hybrid.
How long can those things last?
This lasts a while. Holy shit. Because
What's that mean, though? That's pretty big.
week
Wild.
week and a half, like and that's like actually being able to like after work, just getting kind of like stoned and draw or to work on a Rolo book or something. That's why I get lost in like projects. I'll just like it's like time travel. I don't need a lot. I don't know about you, but like it doesn't take me much to just be like happy, like a hit or two, and then I'm like, I'm having a good time. I'm having a real good time.
Something like that costs. I'm totally out of the scene. I don't.
40 for a cart? Yeah. And I noticed like this pot, the battery was $10. It's nothing. I mean, beats like what it used to be. Say, hey, let's spend a great deal of money and risk the chance of maybe getting arrested. And losing your job. I've been in jobs where I had to like have a clean BCI, and so I'm just like, one toke away from being unemployed anyway. I can still work, but I won't have like health benefits and stuff like that. Now I'm glad that's over, but you know what I mean. I think it's over. I mean, it's not nationally. It's not done nationally. So anyway, I am. This is not Stone Dave, and now we're going to go into the realm of Stone Day, and perhaps this podcast will pick up a little. I'm going in. Think Joy has any idea what's going on? He doesn't. He's doing all this stuff. Like she'll never see it anyway. Nobody will ever see this. It's not like nothing. It's fine.
I'm glad they didn't see anything we shouldn't have.
Well, I'm not editing, as you know. I don't even know where this is. I don't know where I am. I don't even know this is recording. I was pretty loud last week.
Yeah, really loud. Yeah.
But
Either that or I was really soft.
you guys were really soft, and I was loud. I had the settings. It was left over from the bookbinding video. I had this up.
You had to go in and redo everything.
Well, I need a checklist because, like, when I was doing the video, I want my volume up, and unfortunately, when I did the book video, I had it down, and so I'm not very loud on the video, on my bookbinding video. Yeah, I finally I got it down to a science. I get the binding like this. That's how tight it gets. Even the ones I sent you, I was like on the board. I finally got that system down. The best one was those clips, holding them clips and tapping. That was like a revelation to me. Like just to get it all just set, and then the light cutting. Yeah. I used to have a huge problem with it leaking down, and like some of these pages be stuck. It got by this. That's why I did that light coat, and that solved it. I mean, it's like maybe I've made 50 of them. You know what I mean? And I've made various mistakes. I did a whole pile once, and it drifts. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I do like 7 to 10 sheets at a time. It's a pain in the butt, but they're all even that way. Yeah, and that template too. I discovered about needing a template because like every time you get a ream of paper, they vary. They're not exactly 11 inches. So if you made one for the last book, the template you made will be off, and then it'll be all sideways. Oh, and I really can't think of anything else after that. My next one is going to be stargazing. That's why I want to start doing them on Sundays. So Dave does whatever the fuck, and this time it's going to be just like, poor man's stargazing, basically, because all I use is binoculars, and the most expensive thing I got is a $120 telescope that I use just to see Saturn. And hopefully someday, like if I'm up where you live or something, someday I'll try and get Andromeda. I can't get it here. It's just I failed. Too
It's not
much.
too bad around here. You actually have to go a little further than me to really get a good sky, though. You know?
Oh yeah. My
I used
cousin's
to
by.
take that. I used to take that for granted. I lived up in Sandwich. Doesn't everybody see the sky? Can everybody?
Like I used to be at sea in the middle of the Pacific. Talk about no light pollution, man. Yeah, it's vast. You just go out there and just we are so small. Nobody's seen it. There's so many people who've never even seen that. They have no idea. You know, just
It's really amazing when you see the sky like that.
all right.
Really, we gotta meet that. He doesn't know. Maybe I'll text him and let him know he's on.
I muted him. I'll wait till this. Well, I think I muted him. I find out it. Well, I'll find out later, right? You can actually. You're the one. You're the only one that gives me a report on how it went. Like I wouldn't have known about the levels unless you had texted me. So that's useful. Yeah. Any help I can get. That's why I asked. Yeah. So I mean, sometime if you got a minute, maybe even after this, because I wanna play around with this. You know, I want to just try some stuff. I got. I ordered just some plugs so I can like hook my like other things up to this podcast and just see if that yeah. But I'm waiting on Amazon. It was just like I spent a whole. I invested about $20 in the podcast yesterday, and I'm waiting in the mail. Yeah, $20. I think that's about that should be about it. That's all you deserve.
You can get like audio props.
No, it was just I wanted to be able to hook up my drum set.
Oh yeah.
To actually hydrogen. It's hydrogen. You know what I'm talking about? Like all these pads are just a MIDI signal. It's just I hit it. It sends a MIDI signal, and it doesn't matter what. It's the program that tells it what noise to make. So hydrogen's this big like a drum machine with like just name a percussion thing. It's on here. Stuff like that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that too.
And audio.
What is? How many octaves? What's that? Like 2 octaves or something?
Yeah, what is it? 25.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I was thinking of getting one of those because sometimes I just want to take matters into my own hands. I'm just trying to and like just C scale and A scale. God. It doesn't get any easier than that. So you play keyboard?
Well, not really. No, I just use it to sort of help with the recording and songwriting. I just got this little interface.
Yeah, sure.
Just two channels.
Yeah, microphone, guitar into your computer.
Yeah, man. I used to have this big rack one.
Yeah.
And I never used most of the inputs. So I down. Well, what happened was my operating system moved up, and it didn't recognize my interface anymore. So I actually had to upgrade the interface to keep up with the operating system. And in doing that, I decided to go to smaller. And then I just used I used my MacBook with a Studio One. Recording studio, I find all those programs, Studio One and all that stuff, is pretty much the same stuff, with different names.
They all do the same thing. It's just they put the menu in a different place. There's a Photoshop, like Adobe costs $1 billion, but GIMP is free. I mean, it has layers and everything. It's all there,
George's back on.
I want to unmute him. I hope I know how. Can I unmute?
Yeah, you can unmute him.
I'm really trying. It says, wait. You can't unmute somebody else. Oh. He doesn't know I muted him. Or he muted himself. You're mute. Okay. Solves that problem.
He's driving somewhere.
Yeah, he's in the middle of something, obviously. That's all right. We get the hint. I'm busy over here. That's probably what happened last week. You got a family.
Yeah.
George, you didn't make us pancakes yet. Feed us. He's the cook in the family. Um, I am not. I'm not the cook. No. I lose weight when I'm cooking, man.
Really? I do a lot of cooking.
It's a Dave diet. Just eat the shit I'm making.
What's your typical breakfast? Hey, man,
I,
how you doing? Good.
I make a mean bowl of cereal.
Oh, okay. You missed the podcast. Okay.
Well, he's on it now. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, we're on now.
Now. We can hear you now. I can hear you. Hey, Mike.
Now, George was on for a little while, but he's like in some fancy hotel somewhere.
It's on the road.
Yeah.
He's on the road. He's on the road again.
We got a lecture on Marxist coffee, and then the next thing you know, you get the tour of the $300 hotel. So. Yeah.
All right. Science.
I remember that one.
That's what we think of science.
So can you click on the link on your phone? Okay.
You do not. Boof! I can't see. All right.
You hear him, Art?
Hey, I can hear you, Mike. He's on the podcast. You hear Mike?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Where are you heading?
It's my brother's birthday today.
Ah. Tell him happy birthday.
He turned 60.
Oh.
And I got him.
I did that already.
So I'm on my way down to go deliver that right now.
Well, what'd you get him?
Geritol.
60, yeah.
Get him diapers.
Yeah, you're right behind him.
What'd you get him, an amp?
No. I got him the speed limit sign.
Speed limit sign.
He told me he wanted the speed limit sign for his road.
Oh.
It says speed limit and it has the symbol of infinity on it.
65.
65 nothing. Speed limit infinity.
Infinity? It's car. He thinks a lot of that Corvette, don't he?
If he was a science geek like me,
Yeah.
put speed limit C, right? The letter C.
Speed of light, man.
That's it, the speed of light. Exactly. Because that really is the universal speed limit.
Yeah, this is a speed limit. Damn it.
Jimmy's Road, if you can exceed the speed of light, it's legal.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course it's legal because nobody can catch you. You do,
Yeah, but the sign says you can do it, so.
yeah, well, you don't need it because you go at the speed of light. You don't care about no rules. You're cruising at light speed. You ain't gonna care in the world, man. You ain't pulling over. I don't know if it's even possible. Hit the brakes. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Because if I jack up going the speed of light, I will be I'll be a spot on the windshield. I'll be a stain on the dashboard. I'll be goo.
Might be going faster than the speed of light.
You can't do that. Einstein said so.
Stop. By the time you stop, it's 300 years later.
Yeah.
It's a good way to avoid a ticket.
It's a good way to avoid everything.
Like 10 times the speed of light, and someone says stop, and you hit the brakes immediately, you're still going to be hundreds of years in the future when you stop.
You smoke weed? He smoked weed. Now he's staring at his fingertip. There's universes in here.
He's driving under the influence right now.
Under the influence of, exhaust fumes. Mike, where are you going? Where are you driving to? That's
Where
Mike.
does one go to get a speed limit sign?
Yeah. What is? Just, I guess, anywhere, right?
Gonna go pull one up.
There's a bunch of
Hey, you're on a yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, let's say do a custom road sign. So I
Huh.
got a regulation speed limit sign, same letters, same size and everything.
Oh.
And instead of the number, it's the infinity symbol.
So is he putting it up on his property?
Yeah.
So it's gonna say speed limit 8.
No, it's the 8 is on its side, so it's infinity.
No, people are idiots.
If you paint it up like a snowman, it would be an 8, but it's right on its side, it's infinity.
Yeah, you know that with your light speed and shit. But hey, your 8 fell over. That's what happens when they show up at Jimmy's. Hey, did you know your 8 fell over?
No, only you would say that, Dave.
I am gonna say it. I want to get Jimmy to pen diapers. Yeah. I'm going up there special. I ain't seen your brother in a million years.
6 feet's a big one, man.
Yeah.
6 feet's a big one.
Yeah, I forgot.
So we're playing at Taylor Brewery in Woodstock today, and so from 3 to 6, and so Jimmy and the whole family's going to be up there at my gig. And after that, after the gig, we're going back to Jimmy's house.
Sounds like a fun day, man. Sounds like a great day.
Yeah. It's going to be a good day.
Right now, I got a flashlight under my face.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Mike's trying to go viral.
Are you still using those things you're hanging on your face?
Not yet.
Some hang on your face.
On the theme, isn't it?
I'm using light.
He wove his nose hairs into his mustache.
I'm going the speed of light over here.
Yeah, me too.
Actually, your images, right? If you're talking on a iPhone or your computer or whatever, your image is traveling the speed of light, and your voice,
Really?
because it's weird. Like, so your voice
He did smoke weed.
as a radio signal can go faster than your voice as a sound signal in the air, right?
Yeah.
So it's still traveling at 11 feet per second when you speak it into your microphone, but as soon as it gets converted into sound wave, like a digital wave, and then it gets shot up to the satellite over to Dave's house, that's traveling at the speed of light.
Wow.
And then it comes out of your speakers and the sound slows down to 11 feet per second,
Really?
or whatever that number is. I think it's 11 feet per second.
Wow, I didn't
You
know.
notice there's a delay, like if someone's far away and like hitting a hammer, say, you see the hammer hit and then you'll hear the sound later.
Yep.
Speed of sound is way slower than speed of light.
What about the speed of loneliness?
I'm going at the speed of lonely. I'm so blue, I miss you. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Guess we have to ask John Prine about that, huh?
Early in the morning on the break of day. That's when my brain cells went away.
What brain cells?
You have to left.
I am not driving. I'm not.
A few weeks.
Dave's really stoned this morning, huh?
Oh, it's the only way to do a podcast, man.
He didn't start off that way.
No, it was not very good then. The podcast has taken a turn for the better.
Yeah, oh good. I don't usually join you for the podcast, or we can make for the podcast, but I got too much to speak today.
Well, next week. We'll do this every week. Somebody will show up, somebody won't.
Next week, I'll be thinking later on today.
I will. If you guys don't even answer, I'll just sit here and mumble to myself for an hour. I mean, I'm just gonna put it up anyway.
Only it's just going to be online.
Yeah. Well, I did one that way. I talked for. This is my famous bone cutter.
Ooh,
I love this thing, man. That's what I was using to make the this like you dig this into like paper. I don't. It makes like them creases and it's just
oh,
yeah. These are these are wonderful. I have a lot of fun with these, and fold paper like serious, seriously fold stuff.
okay.
It's Martha Stewart. It looks like a shank. It's pretty sharp.
Made out of bone.
It's not made out. I don't know what it's made out of. It's made out. Maybe. It's not bone. I don't think.
Some composite.
I think they used to be bone. This is I don't know. I don't. Hey, so you hardened? Did you harden any steel?
I've been still researching about it.
Yeah,
And,
that
yeah, you ask a question on these forums and you get 100 different answers.
that that link. That guy. I subscribed to him like a billion years ago. I was actually he's great. I was looking. I wanted like you can make a lot of money on these, right? If you make like a nice ballast song, right? So I was looking into like how to make them. There's a lot to it. Even these bearings you have to get. Everything's expensive. Like knife making, like these right here are a lot. These the pins. So that was back in the day. So I was looking at him. And I watched another guy make one out of a leaf spring. He starts with a leaf spring, right? You know what I mean? He heats it up, and yeah, he does all that. But I don't know if you do it with a leaf spring. I don't know about the hardening of that. God, you can't even tell the grade of it or what. I guess maybe you have to be a hardcore machinist. I mean, you have to like really be like, that guy. Not. But hardening like that simple steel. You see, he said that water's better than anything if you don't know what kind of oil to use. It's just quelch. I mean, that was the quenching. Is that what you call it, quelching?
Quenching, yeah.
Yeah, quenching.
The question I had was, if you're going to use water in 1095, you need to heat up the water, and you get every answer under the sun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And from if,
This is
I know.
why you don't for advice on health online.
yeah.
You don't look for something really important like that online.
Well, this
You
is
get a million answers.
this is like on a knife making forum, and
Yeah.
but these guys, they each got their own opinions, and it's funny. One guy answered me a while ago with a question, and he goes, "Hey, you get a minute for a call?" I said, "Sure." So he called me, and this guy, man, I mean, I'm here, this guy's up here, and with knife making, and just his vocabulary on metals and things, and but he wants to talk about it, I probably spent like a half an hour on the phone with him, talking about things, metal, and then we did it again. I had another question for him, and he goes, "Hey, can you take a call?" And he's one of these guys. I think it's just, he's really into it. Doesn't have many people to talk to about it, and but he's like way beyond my simple questions, and anyway, but you get every answer under the sun from, hey, if you have to ask that question, you're not ready to do this, to yeah, to these long, complicated answers. So, unfortunately, I picked a metal that it needs a specific type of oil, which is called Parks 50, or it says you can water quench this particular type of metal.
Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, you can screw it up with oil if you don't do it right. And water's like tried and true,
Yeah.
It's not the same. Just to
I
make
guess
sure.
the failure rate's a lot higher with water, though.
The most important thing is get it all the same temperature. You see that when you get a magnet, when it's not magnetic no more, it's time. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But I mean, if you're just gonna make a bushcraft knife, you know what I mean? You're not gonna test it in the rib of a bear or something. You're just gonna whittle a stick.
It'll get hammered on and stuff, so it's got to be fairly,
Oh yeah, I get that, but I mean, like stress, testing it, do all the other heavy duties, harden it. It's probably fine. You see that shatter though? If If you do it wrong and they shatter, you take your eyeball out. You wear like safety glasses around your knife that you made in your house, in your garage. Just you could just buy a knife that's hardened
Oh yeah,
correctly.
I've got those. The whole idea is to
Get the really
I know
old
what the idea is. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, make a knife. Sure.
the whole idea is just to learn how it's done.
And
I
that's
think I'd probably screw up a few at first, like most people do.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think those Rolos I sent, those were like my 30th. The first ones are really like childish. The first one I had was awful, but it's the one I used for reference and stuff. It held together, but it was it's clearly wrong.
Yeah, and it takes time. You just
Yeah,
gotta do something and figure it all out.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like anything, right?
Yeah,
Practice makes perfect.
yeah. A lot of fails. I mean, that's like what you were saying about like people helping. If you ask help, a lot of times they'll just come in. Like archery, that's how I learned archery. Like even Mike just say, "I don't know how to do this," and most people, "Oh, I know how to do it," and then they get right into telling you. You know.
When I get on these forums, I always ask, is there anybody in this area? Because I'd much rather get together with somebody, like and watch them do it. I'm more of a visual learner.
Well, you go to them. I'm sure there's forges around
Yeah.
here. You know.
But I mean, there's not, nobody
Well,
says,
there's
yeah, I'm from.
there's machine shops and whatnot. You know what I mean? I mean, there's
Yeah,
places where they make them. Just go there. I mean, go there at lunch when they're eating lunch, hang out.
you can test you can bring your knife there and test the hardness. You know.
Yeah, you buy steel there. You ever see those industrial cutters now that use water?
See you later, man. Mike's gone.
See 'em like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, Mike worked at Brown and Sharp, and that's what he did.
yeah.
That's like done on a massive industrial level.
I was in the hardening room. I've seen that
Oh
hardening
yeah,
room. I was a guard there. I was a guard, and I had to walk in there at night. And there was this. Yeah, it's the long. You ever see the hardening room? It's
no,
this long corridor in the middle, and there's all these furnaces on each side, and they look like devils with mouths. It's a row of them. It's like there's a lot of a lot of hardening going on in the hardening room.
yeah,
And it's like these guys in the daytime, they just sit next to this hot thing. They got one of them, and they're dealing with hardening stuff. That's their job. That's what they
yeah,
do
yeah,
all day. That the strike was about that. They'd finish their work wherever it was, and then they said, "Well, now you're done with this job. We want you to sweep or something, do something else, go to the paint room, go paint and paint shop or something." And he says, "No, I do this. This is what I do. I harden steel. I don't want to sweep or go fucking paint now, just because I'm done with the work I did. You give me some more hardening shit and I'll fucking do it, But I don't want to paint. I'm not here to paint." So they felt strongly about that. I went on strike. What that whole strike was about. Actually, it's gone now. That brown shop is closed pretty much. They moved to
yeah.
Germany, I think.
If a business is smart, they always put in the contract, and all list your duties, and then they put, and other duties as needed in the end.
But
They
it's
don't list.
it's
They
like
don't say that. You don't have to really.
well, it's like a union. That contract is hammered out between management and the workers. So that stuff that was in there, I guess. And they were saying, "We don't care. We want you to start doing that. We're going to be a pain in the ass about it." Because it's the bosses walking around the floor being, "I don't care about your union. I want you to go fucking paint now or something."
Right. I remember that whole thing. I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
There's a local sharpening shop just downtown here in Rochester, and the guy, he's been trying to sell it for years. He gave me a tour of it a while back, and I just took something in to get sharpened, and he gave me a tour of it, and he's got these machines from Brown and Sharp in there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
They invented a lot of shit like Bridgeports and stuff. They're like the machine guys. My dad worked there. I,
This is a one-man operation, but like in order to buy the machine he needed, a lot of times he said he had to buy a lot of tens, to get the one he needed.
yeah.
And now he's got this building full of these machines,
Huh.
and he's trying to sell the place. So, like, how much you want for this, business, And it's like talking between 300,000 and 400,000, for the business.
I, fr-
But all the work he can handle,
yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And you can just make stuff too.
one day a week he goes around and collects blades from all these different places, and he'll sharpen them, and then there's another day a week he goes and delivers them. That kind of thing.
I do that. I have a sharpening stone. Um,
Yeah,
I have a leather strap too, and a carving knife. I got a carving.
yeah,
And I got one of those gloves that supposedly you can hit yourself with the knife,
all right.
and it won't. I don't know, zing off your whole finger. Like, I'm not gonna try it.
It's an idea. Yeah, yeah, one of those.
Yeah, I did one,
Mm-hmm.
and then I never did it again because it's too nerve wracking. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's,
What sharpening?
no, carving, drawing the knife towards you and all them. Like there's special cuts. It's just a process, but you have to be like every time you do it, you gotta go. Remember now, you could lose your finger. Okay, click, and then remember now, you could lose your finger. Just oh fuck. Yeah, eventually you're just gonna go.
That's the whole thing about oh yeah, the sharper the knife, the safer it is.
It is. With that,
I hear that, but I also hear
I got
that's
nine stitches not doing something with a sharp knife. I can attest to it. It was a carpet knife, right? After
yeah,
5 cuts, we changed the blade, right? And I had it was the first time I ever tried 6 cuts, right? It got a snag. I gave it a yank, it came up, and it hit my thumb here,
yeah,
and
but that's still really
I got
sharp
not,
though. Yeah,
yeah, but the rule was I never questioned it was 5 cuts. It doesn't matter if it was like 8 feet or just a 1 inch. That was a cut. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, you had to take the screw out, pull it out. You can flip it if it was and then next time throw it and then put a new one in there. 5 cut every 5. So just one more. I just had one more. Yeah. And it snagged. I gave it a yank, and next thing you know, I'm going to the hospital. I got 9 stitches and I lost the use of my thumb for a while. I thought I actually lost it forever. And then one day I was doing something, and then like it did it right, but it felt like everything tore under my skin. I went, oh, I thought I really injured myself, but then it was like, oh, and then it healed again, and
yeah,
I was lucky. I got lucky. Every time I
yeah.
pick up a knife, every time this thumb tingles. It's like it actually goes, uh oh.
Do you remember? Were you working at Aluminums when I cut my fingers? There?
Um, I don't know. I think I left before you guys
Yeah,
did.
you
You were
might have
still
left
going.
before. George and I were working in the same
I
unit,
know what
right?
you guys did, the pizza rollers and all that. Yeah, you had knives, right? You had to
Well,
cut
this
screen
guy
and
was
all that
at
shit.
was cutting glass, right?
Yeah, I had that.
And it was the glass was in big crates, and you had to separate them. So they were leaning backward, right?
Mm.
So you had to separate the glass, lift it as high as you could, and then put it on a cutting board, right? So I was separating the glass, and I got distracted. I just looked away for a second, and all the glass trapped my fingers, and I'm like,
Oh
I
man.
couldn't get my fingers out. And they were cut, and I'm like, George.
Yeah.
And George ran over and tried to pull them off. He couldn't do it by himself. And he had like two or three guys lift the
Wow.
glass off my fingers. So I had like cuts along all of them, all my fingers,
Oh
and I spent the summer like this, in bandages,
my God, guitar player, right?
Yeah, I'm like walking around,
No fucking
and
way.
but this, they all came back, but this finger still, feels weird, you
Which
know,
one is that? I can't
just
tell.
the
I,
index.
the index finger on
You
what
can still
finger?
see the scar, and it
Right
feels
here.
weird. I can
Well,
feel it. I can feel it, but it
yeah,
feels weird.
yeah.
But I could have lost the use of all my fingers. And it was, I was still living it. I was in school, but it was like summertime, so I was living at home. And it happened to be like my folks never went anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
And of course, I'm 19 or 20 or whatever, but I'm living at home for the summer. And it happened right at the beginning of the summer too. And I remember my folks went to England and France, right?
Really?
So that happened when they were in England and France,
Oh,
and yeah, I remember them not telling them until they got home so that they could have a good time.
yeah. Sparing your
So,
mother that.
yeah.
Having a good time in England. I almost just cut off all my fingers.
Yeah. They uh, they determined that the crate was set up backwards, so
Yeah, fuck that place. I mean, aluminum. Yeah.
yeah, the crate was set up backwards. The glass shouldn't have fallen like that, you know.
I mean,
So
that was a weird place to work. I made Stormvillas. The only thing I never did was just make two for
I know
myself.
that.
I made good
Yeah,
ones. I mean, I really I could have made a really good. I could have made two. I would have bought them. I mean, I wouldn't have just stole them, but I just bought the aluminum. You know.
yeah. We all worked there.
Yeah.
Yeah, all four of us, I think, at one point. I don't know if we all four worked there together.
No,
But we
George
all,
wasn't there when I was there. It was you and Mike back there making screens and shit. It was that
yeah,
summer. I think I was there a whole 6 weeks or something.
right.
Drove Al
And I,
nuts. Yeah, Al.
and I think that summer it was just me and George there. I don't think Mike was there anymore.
Hey, I didn't. Yeah, me, you, and Mike used to go eat off the IGA. That's where
Oh,
you
yeah,
said,
the
"Hey, I didn't
one,
know how to smoke with my meal."
right,
That was a great line.
the
Hey,
IGA.
I didn't know
We
how
go
to
to,
smoke with my meal.
go to, let's go to the IGA for lunch. Yeah.
It was weird. Like I don't know how non-smokers lived back then, because like everybody smoked. I mean,
Oh,
in every restaurant. I clearly remember putting cigarettes out in the mashed potatoes in my breakfast when I was done. You know what I mean? In the restaurants and shit. I smoked in airplanes. I chain smoked in airplanes. There was nothing else to do. Drink and smoke.
yeah.
You know what's cool about drinking on an airplane?
What?
Turbulence is fun.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, again, yeah, come on, bank it. Let's do a loop the loop. Now I do it sober. It's a different experience.
I've never drank on an airplane.
Yeah,
You remember weird
not
things
anymore. I mean, can't do
on
anything anymore.
aluminums, Remember these weird little things like me and Mike used to just bust each other's balls all the time, right?
Yeah,
And they thought there was a mother and daughter working in the back with us,
I remember
and they
them.
thought
I remember
they
them.
thought they thought we hated each other.
Oh, yeah,
And so we had to explain, no, no, we're good friends. We just like to do this.
yeah, we
It's
like it.
just a game.
Yeah, yeah,
Anyway, the other thing I remember was weird, little memories was I guess it was a really hot day, right? And we were having lunch, and Mike opens up his lunch, and it's a ham sandwich,
yeah,
a salty ham. So I remember him throwing his sandwich back in the thing, and
yeah.
he makes me a ham sandwich on the hottest day of the year.
Ham. That's right. Cooked
On the
ham.
hottest day of the year, he makes me a ham sandwich. I'm thinking, you're lucky someone made your lunch.
Yeah, make your own lunch then.
Yeah.
What do you want? So you know what? We make a lunch. You get a cereal sandwich. Yeah, yeah. They put Cheerios in between bread. There you go.
Bam.
Dump milk in there too. Do I put the milk on now or do I wait for lunch?
You've had spam, right?
What, to eat?
Spam, yeah.
Yeah, I used to fry it.
Yeah.
I think I used to fry it and then dump maple syrup on it. Like get it all burnt. Get it all like crispy all around. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
God,
Hawaii, it's so
my
good.
kidney's shutting down just thinking about it.
Yeah, a lot of sodium.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. You might as well just drink
the,
ocean water, right?
that there's a spam museum in Minnesota?
Not going.
I hear if you're ever there,
I don't
it's
think so.
tour the spam museum.
If Mike was here, right? There was a time I pulled spam out of it and it had spam jelly. You know, that spam jelly. I go, look, Mike, spam jelly. Oh no, man, don't eat spam jelly. Yeah, we had a spam jelly thing, and we're pretty baked. Yeah, I clearly remember fucking around with spam jelly one time. A couple of bong hits, and then we tore it to this. It was in my van. We were. We're at
In the van?
Winnipesaukee, Lake Winnipesaukee. That's where we were.
Really?
Yeah, we camped there a weekend. I had a Volkswagen van. We did the Alpine slide. We went down the Alpine
Okay.
slide. Yep. Yeah, it was a weekend. We went driving around, and I found a place with my Volkswagen van. I was on leave from the Navy. It was something I did. I was only here for like 2 weeks or whatever. And I had to go back to the military. Yeah, that was fucking great.
Spam in the van.
Yep. Yep. Spam.
Spam?
Okay, that's my spam story. I don't. That was pretty much it. Um,
Yeah, I don't really have a spam story.
Even when I was young, I realized. I mean, I have camping and shit. That right? It was in my truck. I was driving around with that forever ham, so just in case, I ended up in a ditch. At least I got
Forever.
spam. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I got beads and spare. You know, maybe we'll live. So many people died in the blizzard of '78 just because they weren't prepared to be stuck in their cars for a couple of days. I mean, you can. I used to look at these. I was gonna buy one. It's these coveralls you wear when you work on the Alaskan pipeline. It's like for sub-zero weather, and it's even got yellow stripes. So if you're laying in the snow, the helicopter can find you. You know what I mean? And you just put it on, you zip it on. It's like a spacesuit, hood, everything. All you need is like, good boots, good gloves, and take snowshoes, and you can walk home in the blizzard. You just start hoofing it. You know, that's it. Or you just sit. You could just. I've done that. I mean, I've slept in the winter. Like a mummy sleeping bag. You get a mummy.
Well,
Yeah, it could be like sub-zero, and just you're fine. You're just a nose, right? I love
yeah.
mummy. I love mummy sleeping bags.
I mean, I suppose you can get stuck almost any storm, out there.
It's just have it in the trunk. Just
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's what I
I was
did.
just thinking about like these colossal storms that have hit Rhode Island over the years. There was the 38 hurricane and the 50, was it 54,
Yeah, yeah. It was
55, something like that.
the 38 one was the one that turned Connecticut Point into like matchsticks and shit.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And they couldn't see them coming back then.
Now, well, the ships would start calling, and
Yeah,
ships,
yeah.
yeah, they go, hey, it's getting nuts here. Oh, down
But
at the,
the thing about the 38 was, I think it hit like down around Carolina, and then it went out to sea, and everybody thought it was gone,
yeah, it's
and
picked
then it
up
bounced
speed.
back,
Yeah.
and it bounced back and hit Rhode Island. Yeah. And they left all that stuff, so the damage in Rocky Point. I think they left it because so it was like a historic something to see. This is what the 38 hurricane did. This
Oh
is
yeah.
what the 54 hurricane did. Uh, and then there was the 78 blizzard. Other than that, you know, so every 30 years or so, it seems to be.
Oh, the memorable ones, yeah. I think those were like fours or fives. The
Yeah.
ones with the like 38. Those like wow, that's like shit that hits Florida. We never
There was
see that.
a 2.5 earthquake up in Sandwich, New Hampshire, the other day.
Yeah, we get them. Nobody knows that, but we get
Yeah.
earthquakes.
Yeah.
It's more like local because like out west, like in sand, like out west, it's all like sand, so it's like a
Yeah.
wave, right? So everybody gets it. But here it's rocks. It's sort of like it's like a bunch of billiard boards underground. The billiard balls hit each other, and it can go. It just follows like a weird crack. Like you'll shake, I won't, and I'm only like 40 miles away from you. But
Aren't the fault lines smaller too?
I
Like
don't. It's not this. I don't think. No, a plate. We're not on a fault. Like,
well, there's a lot of what I heard is like up in New
not I mean a
Hampshire.
fault. What do you call it? Like the end of a plate. We're not at the end of a plate. That's in the middle of
No,
the Atlantic.
it's not like California
Yeah, but
where
we shake. I know we get them. I know we do.
yeah,
And then
it's like tributaries in a stream. They're like tinier fault lines, and so we get smaller quakes, that kind of thing. But yeah, out west they're right on that huge fault line, coming
yeah.
down
Oh yeah.
coast. It's
The
pretty
Ring of
nice.
Fire they call it.
Yeah,
That's where yeah, all around it goes through Japan and stuff. Japan's like one of those. It's like on borrowed time up
right.
to the Illusions, I think, the Illusion Islands.
Yeah.
Um, and then through Indonesia, and then it kind of snakes up, like, even up through Italy. Italy's like
Yeah.
Italy's like floating on a big lava lake.
Remember when I flew to Thailand? When you're on a plane and you can see the map of the world, kind of thing, and you
Yeah,
can see which direction you're
see
going.
how you're
I,
doing. Yeah, keep
I
track.
we took off out of Boston. I thought we were going to cross the Atlantic and cross Europe and then go to Asia that way, but it didn't. We went like you
Across the
know
Pacific.
yeah, really far north,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then down.
shortcut.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
And
well, just think about it. Like, it's better to do this than to go. It's just
it seems to me taking off from the East Coast. You just cross the Atlantic and you're already on the European continent.
yeah, but you still got to cross the Indian Ocean.
Right.
That's it's a
Yeah. But
just
I'm sure air currents have a lot to do with that.
it's just distance too. It's just distance.
I think it's
But
just
I,
distance.
don't- I think you didn't like flying that close to Russia.
It was wild. Yeah, I was like, wow, I didn't know we were going this way. I thought we were going a different route.
Yeah.
You know, either way, it was still 27 hours. You know,
Just go figure. How many hours?
27. Yeah, there was
Nah, no thanks.
one layover in Hong Kong for about an hour. You know,
I was on a plane 19 hours, and that was enough.
yeah, it
Uh,
was a lot. Yeah, 27 was big. It was, you know, I didn't sleep. You know, I didn't really sleep. I dozed, but I didn't really sleep. Um,
yeah,
you know, you get to Thailand, you get to Bangkok, you get your hotel booked, so they're there to pick you up and bring you back to the hotel. So you just go back to the hotel and sleep, you know,
yeah,
and then you start your adventure, you know, you get to sleep. But yeah. But that was a long flight. But those are big planes that go over there. Those are, you know, they got the 3 seats in the middle and three on each side. You know, they're
yeah,
big ass planes, man. And what I found out is they don't really care. You can go find a little place to camp out, make a tent, you
yeah,
know, go to bed. You
yeah.
know, they don't really give a shit.
No,
You know,
no.
you can do whatever you want. Those big planes. You know,
You can do what
but
you want.
this was 8, 9 years ago. You know, something like that. 10 years ago now.
You can
So,
do whatever you want in a bus too. I've taken a bus across the country. 4
oh really?
days. 4 days. Yeah, I crawled between the bathroom and the back seats. I threw my sea bag in there, and that was my pillow. Just on the
Yeah.
floor, I don't give a fuck, right? People just have to walk over me to go to the bathroom. Stretched right out on my back, on my side, like really comfortable,
Yeah.
you know, because those the bus seats now, they're no good. You know?
Yeah, when I was in Phoenix and I had to come back, I had enough money. It was the same amount of money to take a 3-day bus ride or a plane. You know,
No, this was clearly better. It was like $100 to get from Seattle to Providence. You know,
yeah, it
um,
wasn't bad much. You know, going from one way, going from Phoenix to Boston, it
I did
wasn't
a
bad.
bunch of times. I did a couple of times across the country that way. Yeah, I didn't care. It's just it's 4 days. One time I woke up. I got off the bus. I'm looking around, and the sky was just beautiful. It's like the land, and I said, "Where are we?" It's in like nobody knew right away. It turned out we were in Utah. I never
Wow,
forgot that. So, oh my God, this is fucking beautiful. Uh,
beautiful.
I went through Salt Lake in my car. I drove to. I did return. Um,
Yeah,
and it was the morning. I came into Salt Lake at dawn, and
mm,
so I came out of the mountains, went to Salt Lake. Then I was on the flats.
wow,
Then I crossed Nevada that day. And when I got to Reno, my arm was I had one of the classic truckers. Like my this arm was
yeah,
just black. You know,
left arm.
I didn't have any AC, but I did have a sunroof. And that's how I drove across Nevada that day. That was
Very
cool. Yeah, yeah, that's beautiful out there. Like some places are just stunning. You know, so how do you just not just stare out your window all day? Why are you doing anything else?
big sky country.
Yeah, Arizona. One time I got out of the car and it's at night on the side of the road, and it was like I was blown away by the sky because it's like it was like being at sea. You know, it's
Yeah,
like wow, this is nice.
beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah, I love it out there, and like the desert. Fuck, I love the desert. Like New Mexico is cool looking too. They have
oh
like
yeah,
that lava flat. Like they're actually high. It's like a bulge. It's like a lava bulge.
mm-hmm.
There's like snow there. You know, you try to say, should there be snow here? And then I grabbed a couple of lava rocks because I knew Mike needed would want lava rocks for some reason. So
Oh yeah,
I got a
good.
couple, but I
Yeah,
wasn't thinking about it. But I was like in Texas by then, and I went oh for sweat lodge. So
gotcha.
I got like two
Yeah,
little. It's like, this is
yeah,
no what the hell is that thing? He wanted a couple of boulders. But
yeah.
I said
Oh,
Mike would want these. Mike wants lava rocks. I didn't think anymore. Just and then brain shuts down. You know I don't know. Oh well.
did you make it through the Arizona? They check you at the border there, right? For
Now,
clearance.
well, oh no, from northern to southern California, there's a yeah, it's like entering a country.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's surprising. It's on I-5 when I went through. I was just going south from Tahoe to San Diego, um, taking that journey. Got any fruits? Me? I don't like. Look at me. Look at my fat ass. I don't like fruit. I don't like it.
I'm not a fan of fruit.
I'm not eating fruit. Do I look like I eat fruit?
I'm 5'8", 245 pounds. Not a fan of fruit.
Yeah, I got mustard on my shirt. What do you think?
What do you think? Get a lot of hot dogs.
Yeah, I put mustard on my fruit. Good.
Yeah, I think we had a bag of apples.
I've been eating oranges lately. I mean, loving them. I don't know. Just
Really?
I'm
I
on an
actually had to
orange
bring
trip.
I had to bring some back because it was so bad.
Sometimes you do, but it's great when you score a bag. You almost want to go back and get another one because you found like like these are excellent. I want more of these. Yeah, it's hit or miss with fruit. You don't know till you
Well,
get all.
I ate two because I thought maybe one was a fluke, right?
Yeah,
So I ate another one, and it was just as bad. It was almost inedible. No
yeah,
sweetness, you know.
yeah. They dry up
And
sometimes. I'm going
I
in
brought it,
anyway. I'm going in.
I brought, I brought it back to Hannaford, and they got like give you double your money back.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
you bring back a $5 bag of fruit, and they give you $10 back.
Wow, it sounds like you can almost make a living doing that.
I told them I ate two. You know, I mean, you don't have to give me all of it,
Yeah,
but
this will not do.
they just wanted to get me out of their hair. Hey, take your money.
Yeah, here.
Of course, I'm gonna spend
He
it
will
there.
pay you to leave. We'll pay you.
I'm just
Just
gonna spend it again on there. You
no, not here.
know. Yeah, I'm gonna take this to Market Basket.
This is about to end, Mike.
All right, man. Good seeing you.
Yeah, it's good seeing you too.
All right.
Hopefully the
Be
the,
well.
the, the volume is right. This just fade out.
We'll check it. It's a weird one.
I
We should
didn't.
have call. We should have call-ins though. That kind of the mic kind of.
Ah, that's cool. Okay.